Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you how to correctly calibrate your studio monitors. So why do you even want to calibrate your studio monitors? The first reason is to make sure that you're monitoring at the correct sound level. Now, sound is measured in decibels, and kind of a good range is going to be about 78 dB to 85 dB from your listening position. That's how loud you want your studio monitors to be playing. So in a small studio, you might want to basically have it around 78 or 80 dB. If you have a large control room, it's going to be closer to 85. In my room, which is not super big but not super small, I'm going to go for about 80 dB. So the second reason why you want to calibrate your studio monitors is to make sure that the imaging is correct from the left side to the right side. So even if you look at the back of the studio monitor, you'll notice there's a volume pod. And even if you have them and you try to match them up, there's going to be, from speaker to speaker, maybe even a half a dB or a dB, a little bit of a difference. And even that amount of difference can be bad for your mix. So you want to use this calibration method to make sure that the left side is identical to the right side in volume. So there's two things that you need to be able to calibrate your studio monitors besides the studio monitors and your recording interface. The first is an SPL meter, and the second is a tone generator that has the ability to generate pink noise. Now, as far as SPL meters are concerned, you can pick up a $20, $30 SPL meter from Radio Shack. I downloaded one from the App Store, and if you basically just search for SPL meter, there's a bunch of them that are free, there are a bunch of them that are paid. This is one that I found for about $6. The main thing here is that you need to have one that'll allow you to do C-weighted, and you also need to have one that'll do slow response. So most of them do, but just make sure that those are the two things that your SPL meter does. The second thing that you need is a tone generator that spits out pink noise. Now, I'm going to use the built-in tone generator that comes with Studio One Artist. So most DAWs have a tone generator in them. And the main thing here with the pink noise generator is that you have to be able to switch to pink noise generation. And it has to have some type of a level control because we're going to calibrate using -20 dB. And I'll show you that in just a second. Before we start the calibration process, the very first thing we're going to do is turn down the volume of our studio monitors all the way to 0. Okay, the next step is to set your recording interface's output level to unity or to 0. So I'm using a Studio Live 24 as my recording interface. I'm just going to go ahead and turn the master fader all the way to unity. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put the tone generator plug-in into my DAW. And I'm using Studio One, so I'm going to go ahead and create a new song and just pick an empty song. And here on my browser, I'm going to select Effects, find the tone generator plugin, and just drag it anywhere to an open space. It's going to create a track, and it's going to go ahead and put that plugin on that track. Next, we're going to go ahead and set the waveform to be pink noise and the level to be -20 dB. And the last step is to go ahead and open up the mixer. And since we're going to do one studio monitor at a time, we're going to want to take the pan on that track and put it to one side. So let's do the right side first. I'm going to pan it to the right. Before we set up the SPL meter in the correct position, we have to do two things. First of all, we have to set it to C-weighted, and we have to change the response time to slow. Position the SPL meter right in the sweet spot at ear level. I'm going to use a music stand to kind of get it set. Next, go ahead and start generating pink noise by hitting the on button of the plug-in and turn up your volume on the back of your speakers until you get to 80 dB. Next, we're going to do the left side. So go ahead and pan all the way to the left on that track. And let's do the same thing again. So that's it. Now, if you have multiple sets of studio monitors like I have here, I'm going to basically want to repeat this process. So that way, when I'm switching from my Scepter speakers to my Air speakers, I'm not going to have a volume difference between them. So that's basically a very quick and easy way to calibrate your studio monitors using almost off-the-shelf stuff that you can get basically for free or for very inexpensive cost. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope your mixes translate better because of it. Thanks.